Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Neki and this is Cook with Neki. I hope everybody is doing well. And if you celebrated Christmas, I hope you enjoyed your Christmas day. Today on the menu we're making some baked chicken stew. I already have a chicken stew uploaded, but this is a different kind of chicken stew. So stay back and let's get started. So for our ingredients, we need our tomatoes, we need our scotch bonnet pepper, and we need 1 large onion. So what I did with the tomatoes, I took out the seed and I cut each tomato into 4s. I'm going to boil this. I'm not going to add water because it's going to bring out its own juice when it starts to boil. So in about 7 to 10 minutes, look at all that liquid. So this liquid is from the tomatoes. That's why I didn't want to add water to it, because at the end of the day I'm going to throw the liquid away, so I didn't want to add enough water. But you could still keep the water if you want your tomatoes to really liquidy, so you could add the water to it. So I blended all that together and that is how it looks. We're going to put this on the side and we're going to start preparing the stew. So in the pot, I'm going to add my oil too. You could use any oil you prefer. I'm now adding my sliced onions to it, and this is 1 medium-sized onion. So I'm going to let the onions fry for about 3 minutes. So as you can see, my oil wasn't really hot when I put in the onions. I didn't have any reason why I did that. It's just that sometimes I was thinking about how hot it's going to be and it's going to splash on me when I put in the onions. But sometimes I do that anyway. I let it be hot and I put the onions. So you could put it any time that you prefer. So I added my tomato paste to it. You want to make sure you stir this so the oil and the tomato paste are well mixed together. So we're going to be frying this for about 5 to 7 minutes until the color changes to burgundy. I like to always fry my tomato paste till the color changes. It just gives the stew a different taste. Like, it makes the stew taste really better for me. So our tomato paste is now ready. I'm now adding my blended tomatoes, pepper and onion to it. So I gave this a stir and I covered it halfway and let it cook under medium heat. You don't want to cook this under high heat because it's going to splash on you. So make sure you cover it halfway and let it cook under medium heat. So now this is the secret to our delicious baked chicken stew. So this is my baked chicken, guys. So this is like a leftover baked chicken that we used during the Christmas day. And I didn't want to throw this away because it was a lot. So I kept it in the refrigerator and I'm using it for my tomato stew. So anytime you have an event and there's leftover baked chicken, please do not throw it away. Use it for this stew, guys. You will love it. It tastes really good with these pieces of baked chicken in your stew. So this is what I'm doing. I took the skin off, yeah, and I cut them into pieces. Also, guys, if you can make your own baked chicken, you could buy the one from the store and also use it for this too. I think it's gonna taste really good. All you need is some good spices and you are good to go. So give this a try, guys. I know you're gonna love it. Also, this recipe is also good for kids because I took out the bones, so you're not gonna be worried about them choking on the bones. And if you also don't like too much frying like the other stew that I did with frying the chicken, this is also perfect because this is baked. And our chunks of baked chicken is done. I'm going to set this aside and let's head back to our stew. So the stew has been cooking under medium heat for about 25 minutes now. As you can see, there's not a lot of liquid in the stew, and that's exactly how I want the texture of my stew to look like. But if you want your tomato stew to be liquidy, you could add more liquid to it, or you could add the tomato water, the water that came out from the tomato when we were cooking it. You could add that to it at this point. So I added my baked chicken to the stew. I gave this a stir to make sure everything is well mixed together. So the reason why I'm adding my baked chicken to the stew at this point is I already seasoned the chicken, and you don't want to add your season first before adding the baked chicken. Otherwise, your stew is going to be overpacked with a lot of spices, and you don't want that. So when you add your chicken, you taste for the seasoning, then you later add whatever spices you want to add later on. So I cooked this stew for about 7 minutes on the low heat, and then about 7 minutes later, our stew is looking so good. It's not done yet, but we are almost done. So I added my shrimp tablet. That is optional. You don't have to add it. If you don't like it, you could use any seasoning of your choice. Make sure you give this a stir to make sure everything is well mixed together. So at this point, I'm going to be adding my shirls ground spices to it. Guys, you always know I love these spices in my tomato-based stew. And as always, I'm going to link her contact in the description box. If you want to contact her, guys, and you're going to get it right in front of your door. So guys, this spices is not only meant for tomato based stew. You could use it for any stew you prefer. Any soup you could add it to, where you could even use it to season your chicken, your meat, and fish. And it's all natural, just in case you're asking. So give it a try, and I know you're not gonna regret it. So I now added my curry powder to it. This is half tablespoon of curry powder. If you don't like curry powder, please do not add it to it. Guys, if you haven't tried curry powder in your tomato based stew, please give it a try. It tastes really good, guys. The aroma that comes out, the taste, it's just delicious. Give it a try if you haven't. So after adding the curry powder, I let it cook for additional 5 minutes. And as you can tell, our stew is almost done. Look at all the oil that settles on top. That tells you our stew is almost done. So I tasted for salt, and I needed a little bit in the stew. So I added that to the stew, and I gave this a stir. Try to always add your salt at the end when your stew is almost done. Make sure you taste for it before you add it, especially when you use seasoning in your stew, because some of this seasoning might have some salt and you want to taste first. If you need a little bit salt, then you add it to it. Let this cook for additional 5 minutes, and our stew is ready. And look at this stew, guys. You don't have to be searching for any chicken or any meat in this stew. This is the type of stew that when you take a spoonful, it has all that protein you need for your meal. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I gave you a reason not to throw away your leftover chicken anymore. Keep it and use it for this delicious recipe. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this simple but delicious recipe. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Like, share, and comment. Until I come your way next time, this is Cook with Naki. Be good to yourself. Be good to everybody. It goes a long way.